Welcome back to Tabletop Cinema, where we bring together the worlds of filmmaking, tabletop role-playing, and video games. I'm your host Mikey, a freelance filmmaker, tabletop RPG game master, and variety streamer on Twitch. And we now return to our back-to-back feature of I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. The finale is upon us. Good to see you, Fisher and Vanua. Welcome back. Glad to hear that you got some good exercise. That is a good kind of tired, feeling better. Get those endorphins going. Get those muscles built up. You just arrived just on time, Fisher. The vote just happened and we got Mars as our new governor. And that's where we paused. So there's half a year left before we conclude our first playthrough. So, welcome in. I'm excited to see what happens next. Can Mars live up to... Well, can she even live up to her own expectations? Let's find out. And actually... Well, my worry is what Lum is going to do. So that is Streamlabs again with our music. You know that music earlier? Marshmallow Pie. This is the first time I'm hearing it, and it sounds like something straight out of Exocolonist. I don't know, I don't remember hearing this track before. Anyway, Street Beats is royalty-free music. Especially made for streamers everywhere to avoid any copyright strikes. So I've been using Stream Beats for intro and outro for a year now. It's pretty chill. Alright. Well, Lum can either cry about it, but he's still a soldier and I am worried about what he is capable of. Also, Fisher, we met Sim. Well, I don't know if you were there for that. It was all a blur, but we finally met Sim. That was interesting. Is Sim really a native, or is there some secret behind Sim? I'm not sure what Sim is, even. Naomi is perched up on a fence, swinging their legs as they watch colony life go by. Hi, Solana, they say with a wave. Sometimes it's nice to just sit and take a break. They pat the fence beside them and you haul yourself up. How you hanging in there? Nomi asks. Me? I'm doing okay. I think other people have it way worse. So I just try to keep it light. There was a romance option in exchange for the engineering data. That's right, we're gonna get engineering data. But in exchange for holovids and stuff and cultural artifacts, the option was there to be like, you could pay in other ways. But it's like, no, I want to get to know more. I want to get to know Sim more. So I just chose the first option. I'm sad about this though. We still have not found this. I tried. I roamed all the places that we had access to, except for nearby. It sucks because we can't explore one zone. Like, one zone is barred off to us. So we tried to find this. We were unable to, but we stumbled upon Sim. So we also found out that this truly has been in touch with people outside of the colony. Sim, specifically. So maybe Sim can help us find this? I don't know. Nam is having problems with Vase. It is only a matter of time. Nam shoots you a small smile as you approach. There's still a lot to do before sundown, but if you need me, I'm here. I need toughness 80 for that. Can I get that card with one of my items already? Nope. No, Nam has to... we already let Nem know in many ways that we're here for her. You know, she has to go through this, she has to deal with this herself. But it doesn't mean we can't help her out by like giving her some eggs. Have some eggs. Oh, event. Friendship threshold. You were supposed to meet Nem for lunch, but she didn't show up. You head to the garrison to see if you can find her. You spot Nem's shock of red hair over by the close-range fighting ring. As you approach, she finishes a flurry of blows with a roundhouse kick that almost knocks the training dummy's head clear off. Kia! Nem roars, echoing off the vaulted ceiling of the garrison. Yay, Cat! Cat is watching. Look. Cat is a blob of mochi right now, and she is so interested in Nem. Yeah, she's staring at the screen. Okay. That is Passion. Thank you for that redeem. Passion appreciates it, as always. You failed to get Vice, at least for one more run. Apparently he's the only one who needs more than 100 relationship to get him to the title screen? They really want you to work for Vice, huh? Apparently you also need to work out his problems in the correct way. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the kid's got daddy issues among other things. Damn. But I guess he's gonna be a challenge to get if I decide to go all out for the achievements. Nem steps back from the ring and pulls up the bottom of her shirt to wipe her face, flashing you a glimpse of her muscular stomach. This is so young adult. And the blue-green scaling that dances over her ribcage and down her hips. Her skin shines with sweat under the harsh lights. You catch her eye and she shoots you a smile, as quick and as bright as the sun glinting off a metal roof before it disappears behind her usual bleak expression. Sorry, I forgot to switch the scene. We were having some cat petting session over there. Thank you for catching that, Vanoa. You catch her eye and she shoots you a smile as quick and as bright as the sun glinting off a metal roof before it disappears behind her usual bleak expression. She jogs over to you. What are you doing here, Solana? We were supposed to have lunch. Thank you so much, Fisher and Vano, for catching that. I keep forgetting. She brings up the time on her hollow palm and her eyes go wide. Oh shit! Were we supposed to eat lunch together today? I am so sorry. Oh no, chat. Well, Vase is clearly not happy when I spend time with Nem. It's okay, you were busy, you clearly had something better to do. Let's add more tension here, chat. We're teenagers. Things are not doing well. Things are not going well for Solana. Thank you for the anonymous tip. Again, I have an idea who you are, anonymous tipper. I do see the receipts, I keep saying that, but I always appreciate the support. Thank you always for supporting the channel. The money goes directly into the stream and also to helping keep the cats fed, but mostly the stream. We're able to play all these amazing games thanks to all those tips. So let's add some drama over here and some young adult romance and tension and compliment Enem. You look incredible today. It just blurted out. Solana didn't think it. It just came out. You gulp and give her a long, teasing gaze. Nem goes red and puts her hand over your mouth. Shh! Don't say stuff like that, she hisses. I didn't know you were watching. You're gonna get me in trouble with Vase. Oh. Okay, I'm sorry, Nem. I didn't know what came over me. I just said what my heart wanted to say. Nem grabs her water bottle and drinks from it, then pours the rest over her head and flicks the water through her shaved side. We can still go get some chow if you want, she says. Just give me a sec. Nem pulls an oversized sports ball sweater over her workout clothes, her thumbs popping through the holes worn into the cuffs. The lettering in the back reads kombucha. Is it kombucha like a drink? Like, I remember a kombucha drink. But that just even goes to show, like, Vase is even more controlling than we think. But then, you know, I don't want to put her in a tough position. I don't know why you said that, Solana. You know that she's with Vase and they are in a monogamous relationship. Right, Calm is also the brother. Thank you so much. This is kombucha, this Calm's shirt. Was. Rest in peace, Calm. Remember that time. Thanks for catching that. I was thinking kombucha. Like, I just had that drink a few months ago. Right, it's also the brother. As you exit the garrison, you're stopped by a few of the other soldiers who all seem to want to give Nem a high five or tell her about their days. Even though she's clearly exhausted, she musters up a few heartening words for each of them. They all know I'm dating Vase, she says apologetically when you finally emerge into the sunlight. It's weird. All of a sudden, I'm like a hero to them too. And I haven't even done anything yet. You let us squad into battle though. I train every day though. Probably like 6 or 8 hours, she says, rubbing at her shoulder and stretching it out as she walks. Feels good to work hard, like it just wipes out all the bad thoughts, anything that's bothering me. She makes an exploding motion with one hand. It just goes away. Poof. I can't afford to lose my focus, Nem says solemnly. I can't let myself get distracted. If I do that and someone dies because of it, null it, man, she says, shaking her head. The thought of it keeps me up at night. Sometimes I just get up and run around the colony until I'm too tired to stand. No one else is gonna die in my watch. You understand that, right? She asks, turning to you. You work harder than anyone. How do you do it? What are you fighting for, Solana? I'm just trying to get through it because there's no other choice. Being the best is all I care about. Pokemon. For the future of the colony. Nem nods in agreement. Me too, she says. When it comes down to it, that's all that matters. Yay. I like it. We can reconnected with Nem in a way. After so long of Vase getting in the way and life getting in the way and the odd tension between us. One more point before we can train. 2 more points before we can train together. Yeah, he's pointing it out. He really hates Rex. I need a hug. Oh, event with Mars. You get a summons to report to command. To Mars's new office. Oh, right. Whoa, damn. We got a governor. Mars in her true form. In her final form. Imagine like sitting her on a throne now. All like Game of Thrones style. Yeah, this is really great art for her. There, you find her reclining in the captain's seat, formerly Governor Lum's chair, idly flipping through notes on her holopalm. Mars waves away the holoscreen and leans back to consider you. Solana, she smiles. Just the rebel I wanted to see. But first, you're not going to lead a mutiny against me now, are you? Better stay on your toes. Mars laughs and stands to give you a hug. I would expect nothing less from you, darling. Aw, Mars like that. Felt right to say that. She turns and looks out the windows overlooking the colony. Actually, I called you here because I haven't had a moment to myself since Vertumnalia. We knew Lum was a real piece of work, but every day I seem to uncover yet another problem he was just letting fester. And the department heads, she huffs. Half of them treat me like an interim governor. Good enough to oust Lum, but not enough to stick around and do the actual work of governing the colony. We'll do what we can in the time we have. They'll come around. You're right, of course, she sighs. I just wish I knew who I could trust. They're so stuck in their old survival mindset. Just survive until the food runs out, or until the animals finally destroy the colony. Just survive until we can vote out Mars. I don't want my time as governor to be just about survival. She gestures you to come look out the windows at the bustle of the colony below. I just wanted to thank you for everything you did to get me here, she says seriously, and then flashbacks of her time as a children. I remember, Mars was kind of our bully before, but I kept standing up to her, and that she respected that, and eventually I respected her. And then we were kids, and we were talking about her running the colony, and here we are. Years later. Far below, you watch a team gearing up to head out on an expedition. There's construction happening on the next phase of residential units. A group of toddlers, the first children born on Vertumna, cross the colony square like a herd of Hawkeye. Everywhere you see the bustle of a thriving, healthy colony. It's all mine now, she says. Instead of sounding boastful, she seems almost scared of the prospect. She takes your hand without turning to look at you, her eyes still trained on her kingdom. Can I trust you to help me? She asks. I need people around me who believe in me, but will still tell me if I'm making the wrong choice. You can count on me, Mars. She squeezes your hand. Thank you, Solana, she says. I'm glad I have you. You and Mars watch the colony a little while longer, until Mars' hollow palm buzzes and she sighs. Well, Judy calls, she says. Thank you, again, for all your help, she adds as you excuse yourself. You always have a friend in high places. Hell yeah. Still worried about this, though. Can't believe we're almost done with our first playthrough. Mars kicks at the piece of rubble that used to be part of the walls. I just don't know how anyone could do this, she assessed quietly. After everything we've been through together, everything we've suffered, to just blow it up? Was it really so bad here? This bombing. You find Cal behind the garden shed, kneeling down and peering under a tarped-up old watering pot. He hushes you and gestures for you to come look under the tarp. There, in the dusty gloom, 6 sets of 4-eyed hop kittens blink up at you. Aww. Eerily out of sync. I haven't seen their mom in a while, Cal says. I don't want to touch them, in case she's still around and she smells me on them, but... He sighs. One of those damn jarheads probably got her. Oh no, take care of the kitties. Space kitties. Vertumna kitties. Really can't go to the... Resting ridges. The damn... This tongue-twisting region is the broken spine of the planet, home to both dizzying heights and abyssal lows. It's always hot and arid here, no matter the season. Traversing these steep chasms is dangerous and only to be done by those with sufficient glider training. However, there are some interesting ruins here to explore. I really want to explore that. Exactly, Fisher. Friends in high places. But I also love how Mars wants us to call her out for her shit, just like we did as children, right? Also recall the time, like I told her that you shouldn't be stealing from the colony, even if you're a government official. So it's because of that moment, I think, that Mars truly trusts us and wants us to be with her there. Yeah, it seems to be locked behind this. I definitely won't be getting to that at this point. I think... Well, I actually don't know what's next. I don't know what's next. So... I guess let's increase your toughness, get that card. What's my reasoning? Can I even reach that? I will not be able to reach reasoning to get the last card of Tang. Unless I get a... Unless there's an item that raises it. But I'm gonna give her some space because of the dis thing. Yeah, the last expedition area. Oh, you can try to go to another expedition. If there will be no event, then that is probably true. We haven't explored nearby yet, so... I mean, it's been a while since we explored nearby. Like, the last time was when we were kids, so... I'll probably try that out. We have 0 stress. We should go ahead and do that. I have to go to Engineering Bay. Vanua, you're right. Thank you for reminding me. I need to get the stuff from the Engineering Bay. The holovids and stuff. Where is the Engineering Bay? Here. Download data for Sim. Sim asks you for data on human culture, television shows, music, books, things like that. You have unlimited access to Congruence's media archives through your Colopalm, but for Sim, it'll be a little more complicated. You'll need to find a physical storage unit with enough memory to contain a chunk of the holo archives. Steal one? What did I just say about stealing from the colony? It's okay. It's a first contact with an alien, or first contact with the native species, possibly. The robot workshop would be a good place to look. You sneak in, nobody around, good. You rummage around until you find what looks like a portable holo unit in a drawer. Then find a port in the wall to plug it into. An interface pops up with options to copy data onto the tiny drive. Perfect. I think this is a new CG as well. I don't think I've seen this. Or at least I don't remember seeing this. You start by carefully copying your favorite vids and games, to then realize there is a shit ton more room on this tiny device. You sweep in several thousands more vids, as well as the entire contents of the school's Learningpedia. I'm pretty sure the AI is gonna flag this. As you slip the unit into your pocket, the Congruence console above you suddenly flickers and lights up. Well, speak of the devil. Congruence seems amused. She doesn't sound an alarm, although you know you shouldn't be in here, but asks in a neutral voice, "What are you doing here, Solana?" "I needed this holo unit for school." You casually take it back out of your pocket and present it to her. You tell her Professor Instance told you to come get one and put some data on it. You're studying old Earth media and humanities. Congruence actually believes you, you think? It's hard to tell since she has complete control over her facial expressions, and I'm not sure if that contains a lie detector. As you leave, you realize the hole in your story. Why would you need it on a physical drive instead of just watching it on your holopalm? Congruence must have seen through your ruse but deemed it harmless. Right. Well, at least you're done. Let's go back. Where was Sim? Here. Oh, Sim is everywhere now? Oh, sorry, I missed that. Damn chat delay. It's okay, I didn't know. Because we already cleared this area for this year. There's Sim. For once, you see Sim before he sees you. He's crouched just off the path, staring at a flower, his face blank. He doesn't react as you approach, so you watch him for a while. He's so perfectly motionless, you'd think he was a plant too. His eyes are unfocused. Is he accessing some kind of mental interface? Eventually, you clear your throat. Sim carefully stands up and turns to face you. For a moment, you're not sure if he recognizes you. Then he tosses his head and a grin leaps to his face. Solana, you caught me checking in with the boss. Your boss is that flower? Sim smiles. No, of course not. That flower is my great aunt. You look at the flower. It's part of a dense vine that fills much of this end of the valley. You're not sure whether he's joking this time. My boss, as I told you, they aren't fond of change, he replies. They are also very much like your boss. What's she named? Utopia? He tilts his head to the side. Her name word is fitting, isn't it? He lays one finger against his chin. I appreciate that she always reminds you not to get yourself killed. I wish you'd listen to her. I can take care of myself. Sim replies, his eyebrow arches eloquently. I'm not sure you realize just how many times I've had to help you with that. Haha. Fair point. If the boss finds out I'm talking to you, I'd be in trouble. So, shh. He murmurs and puts his fingers to his lips. Then why keep talking to me? Sim smiles warmly. Because you're the girl of my dreams. Literally, he replies. I can't seem to stay away from you. And because you humans are different. Weekly raids! Good luck with the raids, Lichcasts. The Banner Saga games? Oh, Fisher, you just said it right when Lichcasts came in. Lichcast has been trying to get me to stream the Banner Saga trilogy already on the stream. I just never found the time slot for it. But yes, Fisher, thank you for that recommendation, reminding me about it. I do have Banner Saga just sitting in my library. All 3 of them. I think I even have a few copies on the Switch. So yeah, that's definitely gonna happen in the future for sure. And it's about time I bring up the Banner Saga. But there's so many games right now this year, and I don't know, unless I like stream every day, but that's like not feasible. But thanks for that recommendation. I'm sure Lichcast will be happy if we get Banner Saga going already. I'm also wondering if I should just go through Banner Saga 1 and 2 and then stream 3. Or if I should just stream the whole thing. Maybe for posterity, I'll go through the whole journey. I hear it's really hard-hitting and emotional. Can't wait. So what was Sim saying? Stream the whole thing. Alright, recommendation. I'll also flail around because I'm not that great with strategy games. But I'm gonna be there for the story. Essentially, one long game with 3 parts. Got it. It's like a long movie. A heartfelt trilogy. Maybe I should play it to hype myself up for more Norse mythology before God of War Ragnarok hits. So Sim dreaming of us as well, literally, and because you humans are different, he continues. I'm so bored of everyone else on this planet. The other gardeners, my boss, they have everything on Vetumna just the way they like it. And I don't want the teeniest thing to change. He says, he sighs. It's boring. Oh, we also a rebel of his kind. See that tree? Sim points to a large tree with many long limbs dripping from it and embedded in the ground. That tree was a small creature for part of its life cycle. You call it the Vriki. Once it plants its roots, that's where it stays for the rest of its life. The gardeners spend time as trees too, sometimes hundreds of years. If you do that enough, you start to think like a tree, set in your ways. He spreads his hands, an earnest expression on his face. When I watch you, when I talk to you and learn about your species, I feel inspired. I feel young again. Hold on, you can shapeshift? Oh, no problem, Fisher. No problem for soundtrack. Sidetrack, no problem. Don't be sorry about that. Lam is the tree here, yeah. I guess we got trees on both sides of the wall. Hold on, you can shapeshift? Don't you think my looking human is a bit of coincidence? He replies and motions to his body with a sensual flick of his wrist. What's a sensual flick of his wrist? Sensual flick of the wrist. It is a rather handsome body though, don't you think? I happen to think I did quite well. I'll bite, I'll say. You have so many more questions for this man, or gardener, or whatever he is. But as soon as you open your mouth to ask another, Sim cocks his head as if listening and holds up a hand. I'm sorry, he says, looking for all the world like he's listening to the dang flower. But I must away. Oh, mysterious. And with that, he's gone, off to protect the wild or rescue damsels or whatever. Or maybe he's just avoiding your questions. Well, he's still here. There, did you bring what I asked? Let's say like montage style, it's later on, a few days later, I come back with the drive. I've got the data you asked for. I knew it, Sim exclaims. I dreamed about it last night in my vat. So we really did see something like a vat back then. Here, it's yours. Yes, but answer a question first. Sim sighs and crosses his arms, but from his smile, you can tell he's amused by your little game. Okay. I'll answer exactly one question, he allows. What is it? Okay. Name, Sim, symbiosis, probably can mimic patterns, mimic actions, observing humans. That's the explanation for why he knows our language. Do the gardeners want to hurt us? That is, I guess, a valid question. This is the first time I'm talking to a gardener. We know nothing about the gardener. Do other people know about you? I don't think that really matters right now. I think this is more appropriate given our current circumstances. Like, are they behind the attacks? Are the gardeners the ones trying to wipe us off the face of the planet? I know this knows about him, so that's all I need to know about that question. Do the gardeners want to hurt us? Sim sighs. I hoped your question was going to be a fun one. He takes a breath and answers carefully. It's not that we want to hurt you, he replies. It's not personal or even malicious. It's like dealing with an invasive species. Sometimes you need to resort to harsh methods to remove it before it destroys the ecosystem. He holds his hand out expectantly. Perhaps that is not the answer you wish to hear, he says gently. But it is not our fault you are the way you are. You hand over the data drive and Sim takes it reverently, staring as if he could see what's inside. Marvelous, he says. Like a genetic payload, except with digital data instead of organic. What would I learn from this trove, I wonder? You're still puzzling over the implications of the phrase genetic payload as he continues. The other gardeners are so tedious and obsessed with their work, he complains. They're more concerned with maintaining equilibrium than experiencing new things. They don't understand that novelty is what makes life interesting. He slips the data drive into his sleeve. Thank you, Solana. I will treasure this. You spot Sim watching you silently from the trees. When he sees that you've noticed him, he steps into the path and walks towards you completely silent. When you open your mouth to greet him, he simply places his finger against your lips. Shh, he murmurs. I am observing you. You really are a fascinating creature. Are all humans like you? Why do I get the feeling that Sim's gonna eat us at some point? And not in the fun way. Here, I brought you something. I'm curious. What if I give... Will Sim comment about stuff from his planet? Let's try it. Let's give a crystal. Oh! Sim examines the crystal for a moment and then hands it back to you. I think you had better hold on to this, Solana, he says. You may need it later. Interesting. Likes crystal clusters. Huh. Dislikes nothing. Now I feel like I want to give... Let's check other stuff. Oh, too soon. Okay. Nothing, huh? No special events. Damn it. Loud as a bust. At least we can save our stamina for something else. Okay, let's go back to exploring nearby just in case. Last ditch effort. Because we haven't been back to areas after we cleared them. So I want to go back and see what happens. Gifts are 1 a season. Got it. You spot Cal almost asleep on his feet, propped up on his rake. As you approach, he snaps to attention. Whoa! Hey Solana, he says, rubbing his eyes with his forearm. Just catching some shut-eye. Keeping the colony fed is a full-time job, and then some. Ha, Governor Mars. Mars is staring at her holoscreen. Okay, so... there's a lot more to being governor than I thought, she admits quietly. But... it's really good work, Solana. Like... I can finally make a difference. She frowns. There's just a lot more spreadsheets than I thought there would be. Right, we should work at the office with Mars as governor. I'll probably do that next season. Alright. We already did swamps, valley, plains. Let's just explore nearby. Let's just check it off the list. Oh! Utopia is working near the gates. This area has been deemed safe enough for kids to go for a hike, so long as you're back before dark and never go out during glow. There ain't a lot to see out there, she says. A logging camp, few fields, some nice lookouts. You've been out here before, but that was when you weren't supposed to. So you let her give you her advice anyway. Keep your eyes peeled for useful things, like that there mushwood log. She points to a light, sturdy piece of wood by the side of the road. Lumber carrier must have dropped it. It's fairly safe out there, but that don't mean totally safe, she cautions. Don't go too far, and if you see anything what scares ya, run like heck and make a ton of noise. She helps tighten the straps of your backpack. What you hoping to see out there, sweets? Stuff to fight, stuff to collect. I'm just checking things out. Right on, Utopia says, patting you on the back. Spoken like a true explorer. Keep your eyes and ears open, you might learn something. Things grow pretty wild out there, she continues. If you've picked a place clean, give it a year. Bet it'll look like you were never there at all. That is just a... I thought something happened. Keep exploring. Hey, I see Sim. Perception 100. What is this crazy power? Aw, hapay. Let's collect everything first and do important events. We're not sure how much stress we have. Strain, I mean. Yeah, it seemed like it is aimed at a kid. Because I haven't been here in a while. You're enjoying a relatively uneventful second sun of taking readings for one of Utopia's geological surveys when... Stress! Your world shifts on an unnatural axis as Sim comes crashing seemingly out of thin air, grappling with a skyfish almost as big as he is. Look out! He calls to you, though it's far too late for that. The ground rushes up to meet you, and that's all you can do to close your eyes and protect your head. To make matters worse, in the ensuing tussle, they completely crush the delicate scanning equipment you just finished setting up. Utopia is going to be so upset. Oh no. You survey the wreckage helplessly while Sim holds the skyfish at bay. The skyfish flops around pitifully, then springs back into the sky and flies away, trilling in distress. It didn't even look dangerous, really. Solana, Sim croaks, and you turn your attention to him. Blood is pouring from a wound on his chest, where one of the skyfish's spines must have pierced his otherwise perfect skin. It's the kind of thing that'll definitely leave a scar or worse. Holding the wound close, Sim smiles sheepishly. I guess my future sight isn't always 2020. Holy shit, are you going to be okay? Yeah, you can see that. You can see the future? He grins. You think it's just a coincidence that I am always there at exactly the right time to save you? At night, when I'm asleep, he corrects himself. I sometimes see visions of things that are going to happen. Or at least that could happen. Aha! The link! My dreams aren't always true, Sim says, wincing as he applies pressure to the wound. The paths branch and converge. Time is more like a web than a line, I think. He smiles weakly, but always in the center. There's you. Probably because I'm the chosen one. No. You're at the center of my web too, and no. This is big. I can see the future too. You can, Sim laughs. Well, you must not be very good at it either. You try to explain. You tell him it's kind of like remembering, but in your dreams. It's happened ever since you were a little kid. Like you're remembering things that haven't happened yet. You admit that some of them are even pretty rough, like visions of people dying. Sim nods in agreement as you explain. Some gardeners have this ability, he says. But it takes hundreds, even thousands of years to develop. It seems you were born with it. What? I can't tell you how this future sight works, Sim continues. To be honest, I don't even know. But if you're curious, he's clearly grappling with something and not just a sluggishly bleeding wound in his chest. His voice drops. You might look for answers under the light of the wormhole in glow, he confesses. You press him for more, but he begs you simply leave him to handle his injury in peace. Under the light of the wormhole in glow. As you approach, Sim holds a finger to his lips and bids you approach quietly. Look, through here, he whispers. Through a break in the trees, a small cult-like Unisaurus is taking its first halting steps in a small clearing. Its mother stands nearby, her sides heaving and gleaming with sweat. Just a few minutes old and already walking, Sim admires. Incredible, isn't it? You notice the puncture wound in his chest from the other day is gone. Wow, fast healer. You're walking through the wilderness when Sim steps out directly in front of you. Don't go this way, he advises you. Just trust me, More dialogue. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go this way anyway. That's it? Damn it. Oh well, I'll just clear the area then. At least we got to spend more time with Sim. You hear a sad hiccuping sound and follow it to find a sick Hopeye. It's hunched down low, its foot completely nestled under its body and shivering uncontrollably. Its enormous eyes roll around in confusion and fear at your approach. I need to cure you. Try to take it home with you? Okay. Yeah, that is pretty tiny. +2 for every other social card. Huh. Yeah, is it a pet? If I win this? It's just the first round. This is +3 on third stages of challenges though, so I can wait for the surprise party. Mars' ambition is -1 kudos, that's totally fine. Yellow 5, Mars 4, and Y 8. Let's try that. Mars 4 and Y 8. Oh, that makes sense. Thanks, Fisher. Of course. Well, we got a pair and 8s over here. 32. First round, not bad. I could just use this blue one, actually. Rainbow last? 37. Yeah, yellow force and then rainbow last. Okay. 37. Ah. Can go all out here. Right, we're looking for pairs here. $36 versus $45. All right. 3 stars. Good job. The Hawkeye hisses and tries to bite you. It doesn't want to be touched. You throw your jacket over it and carefully pick it up and put it in your pack. You crack the zipper a bit to give it some fresh air. You keep it in an empty part of the geoponics barn. Every day, you bring it food and water and gradually nurse it back to health. Cal takes an active interest in the recuperation. Utopia says that Hawkeyes don't really have a gender, he says, as you're washing out the pen together. Or maybe she said they're both, and they're real social. So what are you going to name them then? He asks. Mrs. Hoppington, Sir Hopsalot, Optimus Prime, Hop Solo. Thanks, Fisher. Good job. Just for simple Han Solo, I'm picking that. Hop Solo, a vagabond, a scoundrel, a ruffian with a heart of gold. Does that make you Solana Baka? Yes, idiot Solana, if you were to make it Japanese. But yes, Solana Baka. As in, Chewbacca, we got this. Cal offers the Hawkeye a piece of bobber fruit. Okay, cute. Hop Solo plucks the fruit from Cal's hand and hops into your lap to snuggle down and nibble on it. Cal snaps a photo with his hollow palm and shares it, captioning it Friends for Life. Gain 1 less stress plus 1 bonus appearance. Not really good, but at least you got a Hawkeye pet. Aww. Yay, I have 2 pets now. They're both following me. Yes. Nice. Gain 1 less stress. Should I keep this? I feel like this helps. Right, we can train our pet in geoponics, right? You can upgrade pet cards there. We're almost done with our playthrough, Fisher. Maybe, we literally have like 4 more actions left. I want to work under Governor Mars. It's raining. I want to figure it out. Let's check it out. Ooh, did we ever find out what Cal likes? How about some medicinal roots? Meh. Governor Mars. Ha! Mars laughs, taking the crystal and turning it over in her hands, inspecting it. Well, I've had better birthday gifts this year, but I admit this crystal is pretty fabulous. I'll add it to my collection. I forgot it is Mars's birthday. So that's why it's double game. Nice, nice. I missed it. Oh, man. What does Tang like? We don't know yet. Have a medicinal root. This is interesting, is all Tang says, taking the roots and turning them over in her hands. Her lip curls in distaste at the dirt that still clings to them. No, really, she protests when she sees the look on your face. I'm going to analyze these roots to see if they have any useful properties. They might be medicinal. She turns to walk away, then remembers herself. Ah, thank you, she adds, almost as an afterthought. Likes medicinal roots. Okay. No! I missed out on a pet. It's okay. I have these two lovely pets. I'm feeling generous today. I'm giving you and Nem some eggs. Want an egg? Well, this is disgusting, Vase says with a sneer, holding the egg. But Anemone likes the taste of these things. Stars only know why. I guess I'll give it to her. Well, I was gonna give her a Xeno egg anyway. Jeez. Plot twist, Rex is the third pet. More for your bar. Oh, nice. Oh, I got an achievement. Friendliest friend. Get 5 relationships to 5 hearts. Oh. Rex beams when he sees you walking towards him. Solana, he calls. Just the person I wanted to see. You duck under the shade of an overhanging bit of construction. I wanted to ask you about something. Rex starts without preamble. I wanted to talk about us. What do you mean, us? Rex tilts his head at you, the corner of his mouth quirking up in a crooked fanged smile. I mean, how can I say this? You're hot and I'm easy. Why don't we put those two things together and see what happens? He brushes the backs of his fingers against your cheek. I know when someone's flirting with me, gorgeous. I can tell you're into this, pup. He laughs and ducks his head, running his hand through his hair. Sorry, I can't turn it off. Is it because you're dog augment? Rex links his fingers behind his head and rocks back on his heels. I've never really dated anyone before, he confesses. Like, I love people, and I really like fooling around with people, but those aren't always the same people, if you catch what I'm saying. It's like how I love Nomi Nomi, but I don't want to be sexy with them. And I've definitely hooked up with people I didn't really feel anything for just because it was fun and we both wanted to. He stops rocking and takes your hands. If you're okay with that, I think we could have a lot of fun and just see where it goes. Yeah, we should date. Okay, but won't dating be complicated? Stop. No, I don't feel the same. I don't know what's with Solana. Maybe just me as a person not feeling like getting into a serious relationship right now. Or any relationship. Or hooking up with anyone. Stop. No, I don't feel the same way. Rex gives you the biggest, saddest puppy dog eyes you've ever seen. Really? He whines. Like, literally whines. Then he stands up straight and gives you a huge smile. Kidding, kidding, he exclaims. I was pulling your leg. We're cool. For real. I mean, you know me. A dog's gotta hunt. I've got plenty of friends I don't sleep with, he says. I'm always happy to have one more. Rex slings a friendly arm around your shoulders. I'm glad we talked about this, he said. There's nothing better than a girl and her dog, right? You have to agree. It's awkward to tell someone you don't like them that way, but you feel good about this one, and Rex seems as genuinely happy as ever. It's good to have a friend like Rex. There, I missed the secret fourth pet. Say turn down Rex. I heard your friendship has benefits. That's an option now. Oh, what are you doing here? Waiting for this? Nami watches a squadron of soldiers jog by and makes a face at you. Couldn't be me. Ah, right. What is I going to do? Right, I was gonna work at the office. View the notice board. Thank you, Vertumna. I promise I'll make this colony a place we can be proud of. Who is it now? Marzipan's command. Seek second administrator. Ret, instance, Cal, antecedent, and Utopia. I hope we can do it. Plus 30 bravery. Glow's coming up. Maybe I should get a superhero cape. Cake. I feel like I should give Cake the sim if I get the opportunity to. Udicott's old hat. Hey Lichcast, we're almost ending. 3 more actions. Maybe I need a superhero cape. Yeah, it's gonna be our last glow. Let's go. Well, I'm gonna buy it anyway. And why not? I'm gonna buy Cake, huh? Take that, Cake. I need skill boosting stuff. I don't know what to expect. Assist the governor. Yeah, let's do this. You kind of expected Mars would go a little easier on you, seeing as you helped her become governor and all. Unfortunately, she's come to see you as the only person she can trust to do a good job, because she saddles you with a lot of work as her assistant. The fact that she likes to make you sweat probably helps. Mars kept Lum around at her own as her own personal social media manager. Well, he was making like holo vids of himself and propaganda, right? So at least that's one job you don't have to do. He's not bad at it, since being charismatic is basically his only skill. And besides, Chief Ret won't let him anywhere near the garrison. Sometimes Lum treats you like you're still his assistant, but he's not your boss anymore. Mars makes sure he knows that. I'm glad he didn't like try to shoot up the place or something. Your job mostly consists of managing Mars's packed schedule. She became governor by essentially promising everyone in the council that she'd listen to their concerns, and her promises are coming home to roost. It sucks to be popular. Mars sighs, scrolling through her calendar. My schedule overfloweth, you dealeth witheth. They don't want to meet with you. Yes, my queen. I meant that as a joke, Mars. I didn't mean it seriously. Mars rolls her eyes. Have some self-respect. That doesn't solve the problem of how to manage all of these scheduling conflicts, though, she sighs. How are we going to... Wait, she laughs. This is totally an assistant's job. Let me know when you figure it out. You can feel Seek staring daggers at you from nearby, disappointed that they were entrusted with this menial task. Hardly work. Work hard. course we're gonna work hard. You wisely combine several meetings with similar topics, avoiding people who you know will argue with each other. You cancel a few other meetings, starting hollow messages and copying Mars to the thread. You remember to give Mars a few hours midweek for her spa time. If there's one thing Mars learned from Lam, it's that image matters. A governor with frizzy hair and dry skin won't be taken seriously. +5 to flushes with this card. It's all coming together. Persuasion. It's a rainbow, but is it the best rainbow? $43 versus $46. Which card are you talking about, Fisher? Oh, the card we just got for Mars. Yep. I feel like... No, that's 39. Same, 46. 49.